Italy, New Zealand at Juventus Stadium, sold out crowd. What a game, right? I think this game's been a little bit muddled by a couple decisions, but we'll go through them. Yet again, it is what it is, but great win by New Zealand in the end, and I'm glad, I projected New Zealand to win by like 40. Great performance by Italy. I think they can go away with this with a lot of positives. Their defense was insane. They were rushing off the line. The All Blacks look rattled. It's only pretty the last 10 minutes where, New Zealand actually looked like they were going to break through and actually cause a lot of damage. You can see here. So it started off Cam Roigard with a try in the 24th minute. And then, sure, I will start with Paulo Garbisi, the 11th minute, got a penalty. And then Beauden Barrett. But we'll go through the tries and everything as well. But I want to point out so All Blacks didn't score a point until the 69th minute in the second half. So nearly 30 minutes in the second half, Italy held them scoreless. And then Talia scored a try. And then pretty much last play of the game, Beauden Barrett scores a try as well, making it 29-11. So an 18-point win. The All Blacks will be looking at this luckily at the end of the season because that was not a great performance. They just didn't turn up. That's all it is. They just didn't turn up, and the Italians, they wanted it. They knew, it's the same thing when you watch American football, like college football, college basketball, etc. These teams are by far better on paper, right? They're way better on paper. They're expected to win big, but they know every time they travel anywhere that it's going to be the biggest game of the year for that team. So everyone turns up. The crowd turns up. The players know you got to turn up. The whole country would know, Italy, you need to turn up. You need to be at your best to keep this game close. And that's what they did. So bravo to them. And we'll run through quickly all the scores and everything with the highlights here. As you can see in the bottom right here. Sold out crowd. What a great stadium, in my opinion. I really, that's the cool thing about football/soccer stadiums, is that the crowd is so loud because they're right on the field nearly. And you can tell the difference between a rugby stadium and a football stadium, right? So yeah, first penalty goes to Italy. Italy had them on the ropes actually here at the start. So this is the 11th minute. Paolo Garbisi kicks it over. Just a little chip shot, making it 3-0 to Italy. And, this is at the point where we go, ooh, they've turned up. But then obviously Italy straight away, probably about 4 minutes later, in the 15th minute, they give up a penalty and Beauden Barrett ends up slotting it straight down the middle with his traditional, low and hard straight kicks that he always does. And that was another guy who was a menace today, was Mark Tilliard. I just don't know how he always breaks so many tackles because he's not gigantic. He's not, the fastest player in the field either. But he just knows how to maneuver his body, keeps his momentum moving. So there's the 3 points there back by Beauden Barrett. We'll see if they just keep showing every single penalty kick because there wasn't too many scoring options here today. Now, straight after kickoff, you tell me what you think. So, penalty here against New Zealand. So you can see the only thing I think that gives New Zealand away here is that it's 3 of them standing in the way. If it was only one or maybe just the pod, which, the lifter and Tuipulotu, then I think it would have been fine. But you can see it just kind of cuts off every way for people in. Because unfortunately, they tried to open up a place, but when they did, they moved into the way of the players, which is just unfortunate. You'll see another penalty like that. Rico Ianni was running back to the ball as well, and he realized, I'm not going to make it. I need to get out the way. And when he stepped, he actually ran straight into an Italian player and another penalty was given. So it's just unfortunate. The players do know about this new law and they're trying to actually, prevent the penalty. So it's just unlucky there, I think, very unlucky. If that doesn't get called, I think no one's not happy either. So another 3 points here for Garbisi. Slots it straight down, making it 6-3 to Italy. And then it's another few minutes before a try is scored for the first time. But yeah, Scott Barrett here for a crock roll gets a yellow card. I think, it's harsh, yellow cards these days. If we look back at what yellow cards used to be, it used to be for something really bad. Nowadays, it's just thrown out left, right, and center these days. So I think a penalty is fine. Penalty, fine, done. But if you actually land on the person's leg, then it's a yellow card, because that can cause injury. But yeah, there's ones that just Cameron Roigard, man, he is honestly turning out to be one of the best number 9s in the world at the moment. Just look at that. Heads up play, boom, straight through. Too easy. Too easy. That's a soft try there allowed there by Italians. And yeah, they deserve better, to be fair, because New Zealand only scores a try right on the half-time, pretty much, Will Jordan. I hope they showed this replay, because I'll quickly show you. I made a recording of it myself. Yeah, of course they won't. Of course they won't, right? Let's have a quick watch here. So this is the one here that really pisses me off. Okay, let's have a watch. So this is about 36 minutes into the game, 37. And after this, New Zealand end up scoring a try. So let's have a bit of watch here. You can see, you know, Italians are going to clear the ball out. They kick it up. As you can see here, it lands in field, hits Talea, goes out. Italy ball, right? Italy ball. You'd think Italy ball, but no. The All Blacks were awarded the throw-in. I'll quickly just slow it down for you again. You can just see, because if they did think it went out in a full, because you can see separation right there, a little bit of grass in between, and if they did think it was out in a full, it would go back, right? So they obviously thought it landed in and it didn't touch an All Black. Yeah. All Blacks get the throw-in. Few plays later, probably about a minute and a half, New Zealand keep the ball, right? New Zealand keep the ball, and eventually Jordie Barrett scores the try, which makes it 17 points to 6 at halftime. So think about that. If they didn't get that call, you're looking at 10 points to 6 at halftime. You know, the Italians are going in, we're 4 points behind the All Blacks. We can do this. We can do this. There's another video I want to show you here at the end as well, which was very frustrating to me. Was, yeah, another weird call. Again, I mean, French referees, right? French referees. They pin everything and they don't pin everything. It's really weird. But anyway, here's that replay of that try again, which that's where people always go, oh, it's just a call play on, but you know, that call can change a game. That call can change the whole momentum. You know, 4 points, let's say at halftime, it's a whole different story, whole different ball game. You know, Italians come out maybe with a bit more vigor than they even did, but it is what it is at the end of the day, and decisions are made. But TMO gets involved for everything else. Why not look at that real quick and say, hey, come back. You know, the line out should be for Italy. But yeah, it's... So I don't remember this in here. So another yellow card there. Oh yeah, for the Italians. So this is another funny one here. Have a look at this. Have a look here. Now, you know, refs these days are going kind of, you know, if it's stable for about 2 seconds, 3 seconds max, then the ref goes, use the ball. I've seen so many refs do it because obviously they've been told to. I see it against the Springboks all the time. If there's a bit of a stability, he goes, use the ball at the back of the scrum. And there, should be use the ball, the ball's there. Have a look, there, ready to go. And then, this is the weird thing. Look at this. He's got his hand out for Italy, like he's going to give a penalty. He was just about to blow it. And then plays on. New Zealand end up scoring another try from this. You see what I mean? Like, couple weird, fishy things going on, I think, because he was about to lift his arm to actually call the penalty and then ends up play on and they end up scoring a try. So that's 2 that could have been written off. Final score is 29-11. Take 14 points off of that. You know, you're looking at what? 15 points to 11. Yeah, I hate to always bring it up, but it's so obvious. That's the annoying thing. Is, you know, obviously playing myself and also doing referee course, you see these things and you go, that's a momentum shifter. That's a game changer right there. And why doesn't the TMO get involved for those things instead of every single little croc roll or, you know, clearance out of the ruck? Those things are, you know, physical part of the game, but these decisions, are pretty much preventable, especially the one where it touched Talia's leg. Insane to me. Very insane to me. So yeah, last try coming up here. Beauden Barrett just with a bit of Bodie magic. Great try to finish it off. Just to kind of, not that it was deserved, but yeah, the Italians tried to do a bit of a quick one here. And really probably should not have, thinking back now, right? But yeah, that's how the game ends. 29 points to 11. End of the game. The Italians played a really good game, man. Really good game. It was a great game to watch. Very, you just don't expect it. But the Italians brought the physicality. They showed it all the way to the end. And I think they're going to have a big Six Nations coming up if they can do the exact same thing they did in this and get the support from the locals like they did. I think they will be, they could have another good Six Nations like they did last year. So the two player of the matches for me, for New Zealand for me, as well as Satiti. Him, you could also give it to Ardie Savea as well. But Satiti, to me, man, the couple of breaks he made, he was always there in support as well. He probably could have scored if Talia actually passed him the ball. The only blemish was he, tried to do an offload to score a try and it went forward, but he'd stunned that offload before and they've scored. And then player of the match for Italy for me was Juan Ignacio Brex, El Capitano himself, number 13. I mean, just a great game by him. Just a really good game. Angie Capuzzo, I wish he had more space. I wish he could have done more. He did make a clean break once and really shown what he can do. Monte Ioane, man, great game by him as well. Made a try saver on Will Jordan. And a couple of try savers, actually. He did a really good game. Really solid game by the left winger. And to Negri played the whole game. Ross Vincent, Dino Lam Kona, I think he had a good game as well. They really stood up, the Italian players. Then, do they even have the New Zealand lineup here? No, they don't. That's fine. The better players for me from New Zealand, like I said, was the TT. Ardie Savea was solid. Cam Roigard, for how messy it was, he's done a really, really good game. And you can see it's funny when you watch sometimes in the rucks, the 9 and stuff, they always try to really buy the penalty by like stepping over the player who's kind of not even in the way. But you've seen that with TJ Perinari tried to do that one where he stepped way out of the way. He would never step there to actually get the ball. Stepped way out the way, was making like he's falling over, and he actually gave up a holding on penalty because he was trying to buy the penalty instead of helping his teammate out. So, and yeah, I think those two there, the 6 and the 8 there for New Zealand were amazing. The 9, Cam Roigard, Beauden Barrett was solid as well, and Talia as well. I don't know how he breaks so many damn tackles, man. Seriously, the dude it's like he's running out there with oil on his, like he's just getting slipped off constantly. But yeah, let me know what you think about the game. Subscribe as well if you want to see future videos. Hopefully if we get more subscribers, we can do more videos, put more time into it as well. We can do, as someone has asked, do some sevens videos. Really follow World Rugby all year round because it's becoming bigger and bigger, and it's leading up to a big World Cup in Australia, and then it's going to America, which I think will be massive. So hopefully America builds as well. I mean, they just beat Spain. I did tip them by 1 point, and they beat Spain. A lot of people thought Spain for some reason, but yeah, USA is looking stronger and stronger, and they're missing out last World Cup. I think they're trying to send a message, and they're like, we're not going to miss another World Cup. We're going to be there. We'll see there. But I'll end it on that. Like the video if you like it. Subscribe, comment. Let me know what you thought about the game. What did you think about those decisions? Let me know below, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.